Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. So today we're going to look at 9.14 again, some extra stuff that was added afterwards. Like we have a Silas update, we've got Galio's kind of getting like a little bit of an update as well. Blitz has had half his changes removed, half of it staying, so we're going to show you how the shield cut works. I've got like a Malphite update. Wukong's actually been removed for now because of a game-breaking bug, so I'm not sure whether that's going to be there. But also we have the new death recap. I'm going to cover all of that today in a very short video. First thing we're going to look at today is Silas. This is probably one of the biggest changes. So there are three things here, WE and Ultimate, that I kind of think have been a little bit updated. So his W has a new thing added now where you can actually heal from large monsters. So like the buffs in the jungle and stuff. Jungle Silas right now is really good, and they're going to add that and into it as well, so you actually heal for a bit more, probably to compensate because his E now is a magic only shield. It only blocks the magic damage, it doesn't block anything like it used to before. It is actually like the shield is back on the first part, so the first dash, and then the missile speed on the chains is going to be faster, so you can jump on in, but that obviously won't block damage in the jungle, so that's why you can heal with your W. That's kind of big, but the biggest thing is his ultimate, and this is why I really call this like a gameplay update, I think. Like, so you know how the cooldown goes down 15 seconds rank 3, right? Level 16, you run around in team fights, you kind of steal like 2 or 3 hours per fight, the entire point of Silas. That's not going to happen anymore. So the cooldown at that level, at rank 3, at level 16, is going to be 60 seconds, 4 times as high now. So you only really ult once per fight, even that late into the game. It's going to completely change how you play Silas now. Instead of having this good late game where you can fire off consistent ults, you're only going to be able to use like 1 per fight really. Also, the minimum lockout time is doubled as well to 40 seconds. There's a lot more to this that you can see, like if I'm hovering over it right now, if you read all of it, but the main part is just the cooldown is so much higher now. Next up, I want to show you the death recap. So this is really important. It's so good now, like it's so much more useful. You're going to have a massive amount of information when you die, which should help you in theory die a bit less next time, I guess, if that makes sense. So when you get one shot or whatever it is, it's going to tell you the damage type first of all. So top left damage type, it's going to be physical, then your magic split, and then your true damage split as well. So you know almost instantly exactly what kills you, and if you need some armor, you need some magic resist, or you just need some health to kind of counter the true damage. It tells you the fight length as well. It also tells you the crowd control length. So like if you're getting screwed by crowd control instead, if the fight was 3 seconds and you were crowd control for 3 seconds, then obviously you probably want a QSS or some merc treads, right? Because that is the thing that actually killed you. It gives you the exact numbers of the split as well, and then it also gives you the split of the champions that killed you and what within them actually did the damage, which is what I think is the biggest part about this. The coolest part about the whole thing, if I show you the example that Riot have given us, there's a load of different information, like actually with the abilities, runes as well that end up killing you, what is actually doing the damage, auto attacks. Like with Vel'Koz, for example, most of that is true damage, right? You can tell that's basically his passive that does most of the damage, and that's what you're gonna have to avoid if you want to do that. But Yasuo just killed with auto attacks instead. Like that's most of his damage, actually not really abilities at all, and then Yuumi kind of like tagged on a little bit at the end. But this will be really good to tell you exactly what is killing you, whether like you're dying to Kai'Sa because of magic damage or physical, or what you need to actually build to kind of survive. It gives us way more information, and it's really good, and it's coming in at 9.14. Next up, we're going to look at Galio, and I kind of want to call this a gameplay update as well, just because of his W, because it changes exactly how you have to play Galio in fights now, like compared to live servers. So the first thing is, if you see this example, right, like if you're running away and you have your taunt or anything, like you will get crowd control during it, you'll get the like actual like stun effect or whatever, but it doesn't cancel your taunt. On the PBE server now, it does cancel your taunt, and you get crowd controlled as well. So you can actually interrupt Galio now when he's taunting, and you can stop him from taunting. It completely cancels it. The other side to this as well, though, that is actually bigger, and the reason I'm going to call it an update, or sort of, is because you can't flash while you do this anymore. You literally cannot flash while taunting your shield. This is how you engage as Galio. Like 9 times out of 10 is how you get your kills, right? And you cannot cast your flash while you are taunting now. You can do it before, you can do it afterwards, fine, but you can't do it during anymore. There are other stuff as well, like your passive damage is going to be a bit different. The magic resist ratio is going to be better. The damage is actually better as well, because they're removing the thing that let you reduce the cooldown if you were hitting champions with abilities. So that's gone. Your Q is going to be a little bit better as well. They're actually changing the cooldown though to kind of compensate, which is really weird. So the cooldown level 1, rank 1, is going to be 14 seconds instead of 10. So those things are like in there as well. The passive and the Q are changing, but really the W is a massive thing with Galio that will kind of, I think, kill him, but massively make him worse than he is right now. There is also a Malphite update on the PBE at the moment. I say update, it's mostly like visual effects more than anything else, apart from his W has been reworked. So it's now a cleave. It's like Titanic Hydra, as you can see. This is the main thing with it. It just does damage behind instead of like how it works right now. It's not really that different to everything else. Like the visuals look a bit different. It's a bit cooler. You actually grow in size when you have armor. So if you look now, when I bought armor, I'm so much bigger than before, which is actually really cool. But obviously it doesn't really affect gameplay that much, except I guess might be harder to like click past him, so he's a bit more beefy like a Cho'Gath or something like that. But honestly, it's just his W really. He's a bit more useful, I guess. He can push a bit harder as well, which is going to be pretty good. So finally, I want to show you Blitz and the shield interaction as well. So his W, the thing where I was rooting him, like, and you had the charge system, that's gone. It's just how it is right now. So the overdrive doesn't really affect anything at all. The ultimate is going to still have the shield cut though, and I'm going to show you what it looks like with Tom, which is ridiculous because we removed the entire of Tom's shield and we kill him instantly, which I think is kind of insane to kind of counter a champion like that just with one click, but there we go. Another thing I actually want to show you as well that's really cool is using his ultimate, like the passive on it with the auto attack. So you can go, like, look how good this wave clear is. Like, you can go and hit every single one of them, just alternate as well, just go around, hit them all, and he pushed so hard. I think Blitz is actually gonna be really good after this because of the two of those together. The ability to push a bit harder as well and help your AD like get into tower, and the ability to remove the shields as well, whether like who you're playing against. So that's going to wrap up the video. I don't want to make this very long. It's just kind of like a follow-on from the previous one because we have a bunch more changes. And honestly, these are really big ones that you kind of need to be aware about as well, especially the Silas one, which is definitely going to change how you actually play him. Thank you for watching until the very end. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be playing some Teamfight Tactics right now on stream probably, so if you want to come check it out, feel free to do so. But for now, I will leave you with